Hello and welcome to another part of numerical analysis. We have already learned about Gauss elimination method, Gauss-Seidel iteration method and matrix factorization method to solve a system of linear algebraic equations. Now in this part we shall learn about matrix inversion method to solve a system of linear algebraic equations. So let us consider this system having three unknowns and three equations. The unknowns are x1, x2, x3. So we shall solve this equation by using matrix inversion method. So that this system can be written in this form: Ax equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32 and A33. X matrix is this matrix x1, x2, x3, the unknowns, and this is the capital B matrix B1, B2 and B3. So this is the column matrix B. Now we know that if the matrix A is non-singular, then we can easily find the inverse of this matrix A. So if we pre-multiply this equation by A inverse, then it becomes A inverse Ax equal to A inverse B. From here we find that A inverse A equal to I. So I into x is equal to x equal to A inverse B. So here we find that x equal to A inverse B. So if we somehow obtain the inverse of the coefficient matrix A, and if we multiply this matrix by the B column matrix, then we shall get the unknown values or the values of x1, x2 and x3. So our target is to find the inverse of the matrix A. Now there are several methods to find the inverse of any given matrix. If the matrix is non-singular, then we know that the usual way to find the inverse is adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. So we can easily find the inverse by using this formula. But alternatively, we can find the inverse by Gauss-Jordan's matrix inversion method. In this case, we can find the inverse of the matrix A by elementary row operations on the coefficient matrix A. Actually, in this case, we consider this augmented matrix, the matrix A, and the identity matrix I3. In case of n variables or n equations, we consider In here. So that the augmented matrix is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. This is the A matrix, and we consider the identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1. So in this matrix, we shall apply the elementary row operations such that our target will be to convert this coefficient matrix to an identity matrix. If we can convert this matrix to an identity matrix, then the corresponding matrix on the right hand side will be the inverse of the matrix A. So remember, we shall apply elementary row operations on this entire augmented matrix such that our target will be to reduce this matrix on the left hand side, that means the coefficient matrix. So we have to convert or reduce the coefficient matrix to an identity matrix, then the corresponding matrix on the right hand side will be the inverse of the matrix A. Once the inverse matrix is found, we can easily solve the problem by multiplying the inverse matrix to the B matrix. So this is the working formula to find the inverse of a coefficient matrix. But remember that the matrix must be non-singular, otherwise we cannot find the matrix inverse. Now let us consider one example. Let us consider this problem: solve the following system of equations by Gauss-Jordan's matrix inversion method. So these three are the equations: x1 plus 3x2 plus 2x3 equal to 17, x1 plus 2x2 plus 3x3 equal to 16, 2x1 minus x2 plus 4x3 equal to 13. So this system of equations can be written in this form: ax equal to b, so that x will be equal to a inverse b. So our target will be to find the a inverse, where the matrix A is 1 3 2, 1 2 3, 2 minus 1 4. The B matrix is 17 16 13, and the X matrix, this is the unknown, x1 x2 x3. So as I have said that in Gauss-Jordan's matrix inversion method, we find the inverse of this coefficient matrix. In this case, we consider this augmented matrix, the coefficient matrix, and we shall consider the identity matrix I3. Since there are three equations, so we shall consider I3 here. Now we shall apply elementary row operations on this augmented matrix so that we can reduce the matrix on the left hand side. That means we can reduce the coefficient matrix to an identity matrix. Then the corresponding matrix on the right hand side will be the inverse matrix of the coefficient matrix A. So let us start. To convert this matrix to an identity matrix, we first consider these two elementary row operations. First we consider R2 dash is equal to R2 minus R1 and R3 dash equal to R3 minus 2R1. So if we apply these two row operations, R2 dash, that means the new second row, is equal to R2 minus R1. So we first write this matrix. So we keep the first row unchanged. We keep the first row unchanged. Now in the second row we apply this operation, R2 dash equal to R2 minus R1. That means the second row minus the first row. So if we apply this row operation on the second row, then the new second row becomes 1 minus 1, which is 0, 2 minus 3 equal to minus 1, 3 minus 2 equal to 1, 0 minus 1 equal to minus 1, 1 minus 0, 1, 0 minus 0, 0. If we apply this row operation on the third row, that is R3 dash equal to R3 minus 2R1. So this row minus 2 into the first row. Then it becomes 2 minus 2 into 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2 into 3, which is minus 7, 4 minus 2 into 0, 0. This will be 0 minus 2. So minus 2, 0 minus 0 and 1 minus 0, which is 1. So in the first column, we have made two elements 0. Now in the second step, we have to make these two elements 0 by using this element. So if we want to make these two elements as 0 by using this element, then we have to apply these elementary row operations. So these row operations are R1 dash equal to R1 plus 3R2 and R3 dash is equal to R3 minus 7 into R2. So if we apply this row operation on the first row, that is R1 dash equal to R1 plus 3R2. So R1 plus 3R2, then the first row becomes 1, 3 plus 3, actually 3 minus 3, 0, 2 plus 3, 5, 1 minus 3 minus 2, 1 plus 3, which is 3, 0 plus 0, 0. The second row will be unchanged. The second row. And for the third row, we apply this row operation R3 dash equal to R3 minus 7R2. So that the first element is 0. This element will be 0. This element will be minus 7. And this one will be minus 2 plus 7. That is 5. 0 minus 7, which is minus 7, 1 minus 0, 1. So now we have made these two elements 0. Next we want to make this element as 1 and also this element as 1. For that, if we multiply the second row, that is r2 dash equal to r2 into minus 1, and if we apply this row operation, r3 dash equal to r3 into minus 1 by 7. So if we multiply the second row by minus 1 and the third row by minus 1 by 7, then this element will be 1 and also this element will be 1. So if we multiply the second row by minus 1 and the third row by minus 1 by 7, then we get this augmented matrix. Next, our target will be to make these two elements 0. If we can make these two elements 0, then the left hand side will be the identity matrix. For that, we shall apply this operation, r1 dash equal to r1 minus 5 r3. So r1 minus 5 into r3, and r2 dash, this will be equal to r2 plus r3. If we apply this operation, then this element will be again 0. So if we apply these two row operations on the first and second row, keeping the third row unchanged, then the first row will be 1 minus 5 into 0, 1, 0 plus 0, 0, 5 minus 5 into 1, that is 5 minus 5 is 0, minus 2, minus 5 by 7 into minus 5. So it is 25 by 7 minus 2, that is 11 by 7. It is 3 minus 5, so minus 2. It is 0 minus 5 into minus 1 by 7. So it is 5 by 7. And the second row, r2 dash will be r2 plus r3. So it will be 0, 1, 0 again. It is 1 plus this. So it is 2 by 7. This plus this is 0 and 0 plus this. So here we have found that the left hand side of the augmented matrix has become the identity matrix. So the right hand part, this must be the inverse of the coefficient matrix. So here we have obtained that A inverse, this is nothing but this matrix, 11 by 7 minus 2, 5 by 7, 2 by 7, 0, minus 1 by 7, minus 5 by 7, 1, minus 1 by 7. So this is the A inverse matrix. Now if A inverse matrix is obtained, then we can easily solve, or we can easily get the values of x, the unknown values. These are A inverse V. So that is, this is the A inverse, 11 by 7, 2 by 7, minus 5 by 7, minus 2, 0, 1, 5 by 7, minus 1 by 7, minus 1 by 7. It is multiplied by the B column matrix, which is 17, 16, 13. So this is equal to, if we multiply this, it is 11 by 7 into 17. So 11 by 7 into 17 minus 32 plus 5 by 7 into 13. This is the first element. The second element will be 2 by 7 into 17 plus 0 into this plus 0 minus 1 by 7 into 13. So minus 1 by 7 into 13. And the last element is minus 5 by 7 into 17, 1 into 16, minus 1 by 7 into 13. So this is equal to, we can easily find that this is 187 by 7 plus 65. So 252 by 7 minus 32. So 36 minus 32, which is 4. The second one is 34 by 7 minus 13 by 7. So 21 by 7, which is 3. And this one is minus 85 by 7 minus 13 by 7. So minus 98 by 7, which is minus 14 plus 16. So plus 2. So here we have obtained that the solution is x1 equal to 4, x2 equal to 3 and x3 equal to 2. So this is the required solution. Remember that if we want to solve a system of linear algebraic equations by Gauss-Jordan matrix inversion method, then we shall write the equations in this form x equal to b, so that x equal to A inverse b, assuming that the matrix A is non-singular. So we need to find the inverse of the matrix A. In that case, we shall consider this augmented matrix, where the matrix A alongside the matrix I3, the identity matrix of order 3. So we shall consider this augmented matrix and we shall apply elementary row operations on this augmented matrix. Our target will be to make the left hand side, that means the coefficient matrix, as identity matrix. So our target is to reduce this matrix to I3, and if we can reduce the matrix on the left hand side to I3, then the corresponding matrix on the right hand side will be the A inverse. So here we have reduced the left hand side to I3, so that this matrix is the required A inverse. So this is the A inverse matrix. So if A inverse is obtained, then we can easily solve x, that is equal to A inverse b. If we multiply the A inverse matrix to b, then we get 4, 3, 2. So x1 equal to 4, x2 equal to 3 and x3 equal to 2. So that completes the solution. So with this we complete this part. See you in the next part. Until then, thanks for watching.